So I'm a day late to this, but there was a little bit of an update, so we're going to be the last ones to cover it, but I still want to talk about it again. Why? Because we try to document everything that happens and going forward. I'll talk more about that in the coming weeks when we talk about next year. But I do want to cover kind of what came out Friday, what's sort of going forward, and what's coming in the next couple weeks, because there's a little bit of stuff coming out. It's going to be a slow trickle really until the end of the year, but there's something that we will cover a little bit more later this week. But let's get into it all. Here's a snapshot of sort of everything that came out yesterday and some of the stuff coming. So let's just start it off right here on the good old-fashioned, well, the home page here. So taking a look at sort of what's going on here. On the 13th, which is, I want to say, it is Wednesday. Wednesday, new conquest. Don't know what for. And then on the 22nd, which is in 2 weeks, right before Thanksgiving, we are getting basically Season 4, new XP path, into Infinity, new rank, new BR, new team captains, B99. So meaning, if this is correct, we're probably going to have Finest be the captain. So one side will be a 99, kind of like what they did with Freddie Freeman. I think that's huge. I think that's an absolute dubski for everyone involved, because it means that this is going to matter. Is it meta changing to a degree, especially if they are going to be the finest cards? They're saying, hey, every finest card is going to be a captain. So again, there'll be 30 new captains, and this time it'll be a little bit easier to get them. But again, I kind of hope that we have a way to get the other side so that we have both, so that it's evenly matched. But again, we'll go more into that later on in the week, probably Monday. So in a couple days. But looking ahead here, let's take a look at the Justin Verlander. So for those of you who don't know, if you haven't seen anything yet, if you go to single player mode and go to Showdown, you can do this. I started it. This Justin Verlander program. This is Justin Verlander Showdown. You play all the way up, and you get 3,000 strikeout Justin Verlander, a free 99 just for completing this. I don't think this is going to be overly hard or anything. I'm only on point number 2 here against Scherzer, and it's on veteran difficulty. So my guess is they'll probably be on All-Star, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get him. But let's take a look at the card itself, because I'm sure people have him. So let's go all the way over to Astros and take a look. Let's go to flashbacks. Live flashbacks. Take a look at him. Is he any good? 125 stamina. Hit per 9 is 110. 114K per 9. That's funny. 101 walk, and his clutch is 112. His quirks, he does have outlier primary, so his fastball's going to be going about 100, 203. Fastball, slider, 12-6 curve, circle change, and a cutter. So he has outlier 1 and breaker outlier. Has anyone really done anything with this card? I'm just curious. We have 7 people who got into P5. So that's interesting. So some people, there's plenty of people who got him. It seems like he's getting used a bit. So 26, 2,000, a little over 2,500. We've gotten him paralleled once. I mean, granted, clearly it'll go down as we go along, but not a bad card to be free. I think it's kind of a good little bump. I wish there was more to this than that, but there wasn't. I'm going to mention this just so I can get it out there. There were special drop packs yesterday. I don't think they were dropped Jonah Heim. The Jonah Heim pack, because if you went to they put out a thing. It was MLB the show / there was a Corbin pack, a Vlad pack, and then a Jonah Heim pack, but I don't think they ever did the Jonah Heim one. I don't think, at least to my discretion, but it was nothing. I thought it was like, hey, here's a cool little like extra card. No, it was a pack, and I got gold out the wazoo, so I didn't get jack diddly squat. So if you got him and got something, I hate you. Just throwing that out there. But there's the card. There's that. The last thing that is here for, again, all those who are inclined, something is back, and it is the good old-fashioned moonshot event. There is some contingency. It is only switch hitters. There is a common pack in there to get you some pitchers, because I'm sure, like last time, it was, hey, give up some home runs or something. I don't know if we have those anymore. It doesn't look like it. But they're on All-Star 3-inning games. I just play it like cores. Have fun with it. for those who care, at 5 wins you get the first rewind packs. You can get some 98s. You can get any of these cards here. No one's really playing, but these are no sells. Pick the one you want. Collection fodder, I would say at this point. And then you get this Eddie Matthews' first 99 action figure series. He's got max power, 113, 106 contact versus right and left respectively. He can only play third and first. The only person I think who's excited is Kevin. This is a good card. It's pretty easy to get. Just get 10 wins. Go crazy. If you get 12 wins, you get another one of these first round things, but it includes a little bit more. It includes Rosarena, Bruzdar, and Aaron Hicks. And then if you get 20 wins, you can pick one of the ones the last time you picked, the Corey Seager, who's still mighty expensive because no one, I think, played the event, or even Salvador Perez. Again, no one really played the event, which I think speaks volumes to how we are. So if you get Eddie Matthews, you can kind of sell him for a pretty penny. I don't necessarily, I don't know what to tell you at this point. I'm just going to say this. Me at this point, I'm not really looking to flip cards because I already got everything. Unless there's something special, I'm hounding and drooling over for. I'm not overly concerned at this point, because they're going to be it's the end of the year, and collections are basically done. There's not really going to be a haha surprise sort of thing coming for the most part. So I would say if you do grind it out and get him, if you do want to hold on to him and see if his price goes up and then flip him for 300k, I'm not going to stop you. That's honest. I mean, I won't. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your stubs because there is new stuff coming out. So if you want to take a chance at the newer content because it'll be something you want, by all means, go crazy for it. Go nuts. I don't know necessarily what's coming. It is going to be finest stuff. But again, we don't necessarily know what it's going to be. We'll see things trickle out as we get closer and closer. But it's just a matter of keep sort of that in the back of your head. That, at this point, there is no reason to keep them. There's no reason that you want to sell them, you can sell them. I just say lock them in because I think the stuff in the collection is usually more valuable. I'm not really going to dive into a whole lot of what I think you should do. It's your game. Do what you want to do. I was watching some other guys talk about this, and they kind of go, is it going to make my lineup? Does it make my lineup better? If that's the mantra of hey, is it better than what I got? I mean, hey, that's your call. I think more options makes more fun, makes more interesting teams. Variety is a spice of life. I'm learning the hard way in some cases. In other games I play, but that's neither here nor there. But ultimately, I think that's everything in terms of, for those who are inclined, I don't really care about this too much. But in terms of guys who got updated, if you're still looking at this, Juan Soto got a +3 from 91 to a 94. Tatis went from a 90 to 94. Scooball went from a 90 to 92. Mookie Betts went from 89 to a 92. Zach Harper got to a 91. Zach Wheeler's a 91. I think that was it. Luke Weaver's now a diamond at 87. Garrett Cole went up a little bit. Cade Smith went up to a little bit. Diaz is now a diamond again. Blake Schreident's a diamond. Michael King's a diamond. Yamamoto went up +2, just missed the diamond. Jason Adams just missed the diamond. Same thing with you, Darvish, Carlos Rodon. A lot of these guys are all kind of just missing the diamond. Matthew Boyd went up +6 to an 83 to end the year. So Andrew Scott went +5. Robert Suarez +3. Burns +1, just missed it. Same thing here. So there's a lot. Some guys got really big, +8s. Kopech +2, +11 for Walker Buehler. I think that's kind of it. There weren't a whole lot of moving and shaking. This really doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot unless you're sort of looking for cards. I think at this point, for all things considered, in terms of the most expensive cards, like Shohei Ohtani, for instance, I don't know how much it moves the needle. To be fair, I'm curious if you're watching this. I assume we're all collection-wise. You probably finished everything, at least in terms of live series. So I don't know where to begin with some of this. He's still almost 100K, but his price has dropped considerably. I just, at this point, it's kind of a moot thing to me personally. in terms of like the most expensive guys. I don't know what Judge would be, so that's him. Let's take a look at Judge really quick. I'm just trying to remember some of the more expensive guys. Judge, he's 60K. Yeah, so I don't, for if you're still inclined, you're still like, hey, I'm Vintage Collections. I mean, they're still pricey, but it's not, I don't think it's quite as bad. And plus, if you are looking to like, well, where do I make the stubs? If you have a bunch of these Halloween cards, here's my suggestion. Like I have multiples of some of these. If I were to sell this, I think you can flip them for 10. Is it 10K? Is that, I don't remember. I know at one point it was basically like a free 10K. But we'll kind of see. That's really it. That's everything in terms of that. Also, I just, in case anyone's wondering, this is probably where I'm gonna be doing is just sort of catching up on some stuff. I never touch the extreme because I just don't like it. I like to keep my sanity, thanks, and I haven't done Shohei because I'm bad with steals and all that stuff. But again, we're sort of at the point where you don't necessarily need to be playing every day. If you want to play like a couple days a week, hey, that's fine. Again, trust me, I'm not actively playing this, but I still want to keep everyone at least up to date on what's going on and where are we headed and all that stuff. There you go. That was Friday's update. Again, it wasn't anything spectacular. I'm not going to try to be like, oh, it was amazing. It was basically just a Verlander card and some free and a couple weird packs that could have just been cards. I don't know why they weren't, to be completely honest with you. My hair's being funky and doing weird stuff. Hey, whatever. So with all that being said, let me know. Did you enjoy? Is there something I missed? I want to make some other stuff talking about this. I kind of want to compare because everyone has been taking a look at the game a little more in a more like constructive sense, especially now that we're slowing down a little bit, saying what was good, what was bad, and all that stuff. So maybe I'll start working on some of those videos, especially as the off season goes around. We'll kind of see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna, like I said, I'll talk more about this later in the month because we do our whole like 2025 stuff. So we'll talk about that more so as we go along here. But the channel might be slowing down a little bit here, especially once Finest comes around. But we'll kind of see what we do. I'm probably going to start working on stuff for the Spec channel because I can just use live stream content for that. So, all that being said, leave a like if you like it, dislike if you dislike it. My name's Specs. See you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.